So today I'm going to talk to you about how much does it cost to insure a Model S P100D. I live in the state of California, so I'm in San Diego area, and I'm 38 years old, single, so no wife, no dependent. My driving history is clean, so I don't have any points on my record. And prior to getting my Tesla, I used to have a 2003 Toyota Camry. I've driven it all around. I had like 230,000 miles on it. So when I got my P100D, it was a transformational shift, and I needed to have a full coverage. So for the Camry, I used to have just a one-way coverage. So basically, if I hit the car and something bad happens, the car is gone. And I thought of it like as a disposable car. I used to pay $114, but now I needed to have a full comprehensive coverage. And I used to be with Allstate, so I wanted to maybe stay with them so I don't have to go through other companies. And they said, well, if you decide to sell your Camry and just keep your Tesla, it's going to be around $364 a month. And they said, well, it's an expensive car, that's why it costs more to insure the vehicle. And they said, if you keep the Camry and get the Tesla, you're going to get a multi-vehicle discount, so the price would be around $339 a month. I still thought that was a lot of money to pay for insurance. My monthly payment is around $1,700 a month for the car. Granted, I have supercharger unlimited access, but I still didn't want to pay around $300 something to insure my Model S. So I started shopping around, and then I got across Geico. So Geico was the cheapest, So initially I started with $220 a month. After 6 months, they lowered the premium to around $173 a month. And I thought that was the lowest I could ever get, and to still have a full coverage, $1,000 deductible for my Model S. And it was the same story. So they said, well, if you sell your Tesla, we're going to take that multi-vehicle discount and the price will go up above $200. The problem is, initially I thought it's a good idea to keep the Camry just in case, I wanted to go to Home Depot, buy something, maybe something I don't want to put in the Tesla. That's something that can damage, the trunk or, the seats. But I've driven my Model S for over a year. Never, ever I've set a foot in the Camry. And I was at that point where, like, even if I need to buy something, I'd rather do it with the Tesla and not go back to the Camry. And the thing is, I live in an apartment complex, and they were kind of harassing me about like having two cars, although I was paying for the other one to have a covered parking. And the other thing is, every year I still have to pay for the Camry to keep the registration active, so that costs even extra money. So out of the blue, Tesla decided to come up with their own insurance. They call it Tesla insurance, and it was only available in the state of California. And I was like, man, this is awesome, because I like Tesla. I do videos on YouTube for Tesla, so why not just get Tesla insurance? The nice thing about the Tesla insurance is that they have all the information from your car. So when they added it, you just had to log in and basically set your deductible limits, and it pulls all of your address, your name, credit card information. It even has the VIN because it's already registered with Tesla. So most of the work has already been done by just having a profile with Tesla. So by just having a Tesla, half of the work is done. The other half is just determining what kind of limits you would like to have. And I went ahead, I basically set the same limits, just similar to Geico, and the price came $226. And I was, to be honest with you, quite disappointed. I was like, man, this is even more expensive than Geico. So it kind of doesn't make sense, And I went to Twitter. I basically vented there. I said, hey, what's going on? This is not even working for me. And actually, I saw other people also responding to the same tweet. that Elon Musk and Tesla put on Twitter. And granted, within a few hours, the website became inaccessible. They said, we're working on a new algorithm. Be back in 24 hours. And I was like, man, okay, let's see what happens, So maybe Tesla listened, and hold and behold, after less than 24 hours, the website is back again. Went ahead, submitted the same thing, and the price came to $128. I was like, wow, just wow. It went by almost $100 down. And at that point, it was like almost 30% maybe cheaper than Geico. And I was like, man, definitely I want to sign up with Tesla. And I was super excited, so I went to the Model S Facebook group. I posted what I got, and they kind of alerted me that my limit for the bodily injury at 50,000 to 100,000 was too low. So they recommended I step it up to 100,000 over 300,000, which would be safer, just in case somebody got into an accident and they needed to have extra coverage. And I was like, okay, I think that makes sense. I'm happy to learn about it. And then I decided to go with that. So the price went to $133 a month. And I was like, okay, still okay, I can still pay that. So that was like a good thing to have. So, the total cost of ownership of a car includes, the monthly payment. You have also the fuel, maintenance cost, and insurance. So the monthly payment, I already know it. I already have the warranty on the car. Plus, there's no fuel, so I don't have to worry about it. I have supercharger access. I don't have a way to charge at the apartment complex where I live, but that's just my situation. Maybe your situation is better. But then the insurance came down, and I got to keep my $40 in my pocket every single month. The other thing I was comfortable is, rather than my money going to Geico, I'd rather that my money goes to Tesla. I like Tesla. I drive a Tesla. I'm an investor in Tesla, so I have a lot of stocks in Tesla. So I was like really excited. I feel like Tesla did the right thing, and Elon Musk and the Tesla team, they listened. So when they saw that the Tesla insurance was so expensive for Tesla customers, they wanted to do something about it, and they genuinely thought about it and did something about it. So it's not only like talking, but actually doing it. And unlike all the other car companies, Tesla did it. And kudos to Tesla. Thank you, Tesla team, for all of this. And I really hope that this kind of goes nationwide, so other states, they can have coverage. And actually, after a few months, maybe within 3 months, I got another phone call from an insurance company saying like, hey, we want to sell you like auto insurance. I said, I'm with Tesla. They said, well, we never heard of a Tesla insurance. So I explained to them what happened, and they said, well, can you give us a try? Well, let's do it, I'm not losing anything. Although I really doubted that they would come lower than Tesla. And the price was like, I don't know, $300 something a month. And they said, this Tesla is an expensive vehicle, so it costs more to insure. I said, well, guess what? I'm paying only $130. They couldn't even believe it. They said, if I have a Tesla, I'll just go with Tesla insurance. So, couple things to think about. Tesla insurance only works for Tesla vehicles. So, if you have another vehicle at your home, you can't have both under the same insurance. So, maybe that's a limitation for some, but the way I think about it is that maybe it's a motivation for customers to maybe ditch the other car and switch to Tesla, So that's good. The other thing is, if you think about it, like charging more to insure a Tesla doesn't make any sense, because first of all, there's no engine on the front, so there's a large crumble zone, and in a case of an accident, that provides a lot of safety to the driver and occupants. The other thing is the Tesla, the battery is at the bottom of the vehicle, so it's very hard to flip the car. And all these crash tests proven that Tesla vehicles are really safe. So when you have a safe vehicle, it should make sense to lower the premium to insure it rather than just upping it up. And the other thing is you have autopilot, you have emergency braking, you have a lot of things that can basically protect and guard your vehicle. You also have sentry mode, so in case somebody decided to vandalize your vehicle, at least there is a chance to catch them. The other vehicles like, Mercedes-Benz, BMWs, all the other ones, they don't have it. So again, it doesn't make any sense to insure more, but that's the situation, unfortunately. And Tesla Insurance is great. I've been with them since they came out with the product, and definitely I want to stay with them. So just wanted to share this information with you guys, at least put it into perspective, share my experience. Oh, and one last thing. I sold my Toyota Camry, so I'm now 100% Tesla owner. And hopefully you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one.